Yeah. I wrote an ebook. It's at startpoopingbetter.com. Easy to remember and funny to say. But there's some tips in there, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. You can go and check it out. But we talked about water, right? And being
Mhm.
hydrated, and the fact that coffee and sodas aren't hydrating. And people think, well, I drink eight
Yeah.
ounce glasses of stuff a day. It needs to be water, and it needs to be clean water. In this country, our tap water is abysmal.
Mm.
When I do a search for what's in the water, my water company here in New Jersey, there's arsenic, there's radioactive elements, there's
Mm.
PFOS and PFAS, which were chemicals developed by the DuPont company in the 70s. They're forever chemicals. We can't figure out how to degrade them. They're getting into our bodies. They're starting to cause lots of problems. I recommend when I work with clients, especially if we're doing detox work, that they drink only distilled water, because distilled water is just H2O.
Mm.
There's not another thing in it. Distilled water is made from boiling water and capturing the steam vapor. And that's what you're drinking, that condensed steam vapor. And then making sure you're taking a mineral supplement every day is the best way to stay hydrated. Those minerals will help you to get, and a little bit of sodium you need to get the water into the cell. So
Mm.
making sure that you're hydrated, give it, and also, as I give these little tips, people need to realize that gut health doesn't change overnight. And I like to educate people about the microbiome and the gut, and liken it to a garden, because it's something we're all kind of familiar with. If you went out to your yard and just dug a hole and planted a plant and walked away, probably wouldn't do very well. But if you dug a hole and you added some compost, and you added some water, and you added some vitamin mix, and you made sure it was in the right place in the sun, and then you planted it, and then it rained and the sun hit it, you'd have a much better chance of growing that plant. But it's also not an overnight thing, right? If you plant it from a seed, for instance, because that's what we're doing when we take probiotics. We're just planting seeds.
Mm.
So if the gut is healthy and we plant seeds with probiotics, and then we feed them with the proper nutrition, we don't kill them with things like artificial sweeteners, right, which we know damage
Yeah.
the gut microbiome. We're taking good care and tending to that garden. Things will grow and prosper, but it takes time. It takes
Mm.
at least 3 months to see changes.
Yeah.
And while constipation can resolve fairly quickly, once people start to make changes, sustained changes will give you sustained results.